There's an uncomfortable truth most people don't like to admit. Sometimes the thing we think will finally make us free is the very thing that leaves us empty. Jesus knew this about the human heart, and that's why he told one of the most personal stories ever recorded. He began with something simple. A man had two sons. But from the very first moment, this story isn't really about two sons. It's about us, our desire for control, our hunger for freedom, and our quiet fear that maybe we've gone too far to come back. The younger son approaches his father and asks for something shocking. "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." In that culture, this request was devastating. Inheritance was distributed after death. By asking early, the son wasn't just asking for money. He was saying, "I want the benefits of being your son without the relationship." And here's the surprising part. The father agrees. No argument, no lecture, no forced obedience. He gives the son his portion and lets him leave. Because real love does not chain people down. It allows freedom, even when freedom will cost something. The son travels to a distant country. Notice the distance matters. He doesn't just leave home, he leaves accountability. He leaves identity. He leaves the voice that once grounded him. At first, everything feels right. Money brings excitement. Freedom feels intoxicating. Life finally seems quiet. No expectations, no correction, no boundaries. But silence has a cost. The money disappears. The relationships fade. And when a famine strikes the land, the son is left with nothing. The world that once welcomed him now ignores him. Desperate, he takes the lowest job imaginable, feeding pigs. To a Jewish audience, this detail would have hit hard. Pigs were unclean. Shame could not sink lower. He is so hungry that he longs to eat what the pigs are eating. This is the moment Jesus wants us to feel. The emptiness, the hunger, the slow realization that the promise didn't deliver. Then Scripture says something small but powerful. He came to his senses. Not because life improved, not because help arrived, but because clarity often comes at the bottom. He remembers his father's house, not as a place of restriction, but of goodness. Even servants lived better than this. For the first time, he doesn't ask for restoration, only survival. He rehearses his confession, he lowers his expectations. He no longer believes he deserves to be called a son, so he gets up and walks home. Every step carries fear. Will his father reject him? Will the village shame him? Has he ruined everything forever? And then Jesus delivers the turning point. While he was still a long way off, his father saw him. The father had been watching, waiting, and instead of crossing his arms, the father runs. He runs past shame, past reputation, past what the son deserves. He embraces him before the apology is finished. This is not the ending yet, because Jesus is about to reveal why this story isn't really about the younger son at all. But Jesus does not end the story with the embrace, because grace, when given freely, often reveals something uncomfortable in the hearts of those watching. While the younger son is being welcomed home, there is another son still outside. The older brother has been working in the fields, doing what he has always done. He stayed, he obeyed, he never left. As he draws near to the house, he hears music, laughter, celebration. The sound of joy fills the air, and it immediately unsettles him. He calls one of the servants and asks what is happening. "Your brother has come home," the servant replies, "and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound." Instead of relief, anger rises. The older brother refuses to go inside. This is where the story becomes piercing. Because Jesus is no longer speaking to people who feel far from God. He is speaking to those who believe they are close. The older son stands outside the house, physically near, yet emotionally distant. And once again, the father does something unexpected. He leaves the celebration and goes out to meet him. The father does not shout from the doorway. He does not demand obedience. He comes close. He listens. He invites. But the older son's heart spills out years of buried resentment. "All these years I've been slaving for you," he says. "I never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends." His words reveal something painful. He stayed, but he never felt secure. He obeyed, but he never felt known. He worked, but he never felt loved. He sees his relationship with his father as a transaction, effort in exchange for reward, faithfulness in exchange for recognition. And then he says the line that exposes the deepest wound. But when this son of yours comes back, not my brother, this son of yours. The younger brother was lost in a distant country. The older brother is lost at home. The father responds with tenderness. My son, he says, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. The father is not dismissing his faithfulness. He is reminding him of his identity. You were never competing. You were never forgotten. You were never unloved. But the father continues, we had to celebrate, not because rebellion was rewarded, but because what was lost has been found, because restoration is worth rejoicing over. This is where Jesus leaves the story unfinished. We never hear whether the older brother goes inside, because the ending is not about him, it is about the listener. Will you celebrate grace when it is given freely? Will you rejoice when mercy reaches someone you think least deserves it? Or will you stay outside, measuring love by fairness instead of compassion? Jesus is revealing the heart of God, a father who runs toward the broken, a father who walks patiently toward the resentful, a father who does not shame the rebel or abandon the faithful. The younger son believed he was unworthy of love. The older son believed he was owed love. Both misunderstood it, because love is not earned by obedience, and it is not lost through failure. It is given because of who the Father is. If you feel far from God today, hear this clearly. The distance is not too great. The door is open. If you feel overlooked, unappreciated, or quietly bitter, hear this gently. You were never second place. You were always invited inside. The Father is not standing with crossed arms, waiting for perfection. He is standing with open hands, offering belonging. The celebration is not about the past, it is about restoration. And the invitation still stands. Come home, come inside, there is room for you.